So kids' rights. Now I'm going to get into some of my causes, if you will, because, well, I've told you about myself a bit. Kids' rights. We'll see if there's a joke in this or it's entertaining. I'm just going to go with it. So the Constitution, age discriminates. It's a document. Oh, when you look at the main body of the Constitution, bodies. I'm sorry. I almost lost my God first principles for a second. So main part of the Constitution, you got to be 25 to run for Congress for some reason. 25 times around the sun tells everybody, it's time, man. You can do it now. You've got valid ideas now. You're 5 years from your balls dropping if you're a man. Literally, like they start to sag at 30. That's just a public service announcement. I'll fit in. Yeah, you're about to get into a stage of aging. Great artists have unfortunately committed suicide at 26, 27, 28, had prolific artistic careers before that time. So 25 is, you're almost dropping way past your prime. Past 26 is past a lot of people's prime. But now you can run for Congress because you're past your prime. Yeah, we want your stale, old, jaded, fucked up ideas. Now join us in Congress. 30. You've got to be 30. Your balls have to have dropped before you run for Senate. And for the ladies, I can't speak for the ladies. I've tried to interview some ladies about this topic, and it doesn't go real far. I asked the ladies, when do your boobs drop? It's like slap, just like the Inspector Cliche situation. Exactly, Bill. Exactly how it happened to me. So that's, yeah, he was, I know. So he's down there still, and I guess he's listening, trying to trap me in a cliche. But, yeah, the ladies haven't volunteered much, but I'm assuming the SAG and what I've observed, I look really close, by the way. I mean, I'm really observing. If you get up close enough to the screen, I don't know. I can see Bush. Dice Man, anyone? I just alienated 40% of the population. But Dice Man, Dice Man gave us, Andrew Dice, he gave us a personality up there, didn't he? Something to talk about. Something to talk about. Ooh, something to talk about. More music later. That's just a teaser. So we're cruising along. Kids' rights, 30. Now our boobs have probably dropped, from what I can tell. Our balls have dropped. We're getting old. We're getting signs of aging are coming around. Now, hey, can you please join us in the Senate now? Your body's fucked up. Your ideas are jaded and sour and getting old and stale. We want you, finally, you've gone around the sun enough times, 30 times now. We would love to see you in the Senate with your contributions of your anger and your jaded frustration that you didn't live a better childhood and life. We want you now. You're ready to join us and be angry up here. And what's more, just make sure children sit at the kids' table and don't contribute. But we're going to call them the future. They're the future, but fuck them. We don't want to give them any rights. So let's get older. Let's turn 35. I'm an athlete, humble amateur, high-level amateur athlete from the past for a lot of sports. And when I turned 35, my sports skills took a hit. It dropped. I could tell my energy was a little, not just horrible, but not quite the jump, the energy, the drive that I had at 34, even a year before. It really had a hit. I felt middle age for me started at 35. That's as an athlete speaking, just being honest. Sports was probably the best friend I ever had in my whole life. Straight up competitive sports. When I knew I was going to probably retire from competitive sports, stop the effort to be a pro, I still hold out for soccer, Fulham Football Club. Come on, Fulham. Come on, Fulham. Okay, more on that later. I have a song for Fulham, I think, later. But that's Fulham in London, England, in the championship. They want to make their way back to the premiership, I hope, soon. But anyways, 35 was middle age for me. I started to drop on some of the energy. I have one more sport left. I could probably compete professionally. But when it looked like I had to quit the competition, I cried probably for 10 minutes straight without stopping. Just constant bawling, 10 minutes without stopping. And I occasionally cry. So I think sports were extremely important to me, for better or for worse. Had I not had alcohol in my dad's lap at 5, and got into alcohol at 12 years old with my friends, blacking out by 14, peaking at 16 with Coors Light party balls at parties and kicking them around like it was a god. Had I not had all of that, I don't think I would have gone into sports, probably. I see myself a song and dance man, a Fred Astaire, rest in peace, and someone like that. And my sport would be camping and hiking, nature. That's a side point. But I am what I am. I have what I have. So now I'm kind of like a writer, sings and dances sometimes, and like does comedy and regrets the past in a way that I hope helps young people avoid my mistakes. So anyways, kids' rights. So 35, you've achieved the age of 35. You're getting into middle age. You've lost your youth. Can you be president of the U.S. now? Now that you've lost your ganas in Spanish, your energy, your mojo, a lot of it. And now that you're past your prime, we want you to guide our country in service. Please be our president. Idiotic. So age discrimination, first in the body of the Constitution.